Hey everyone, I had several of y'all ask for a tutorial on how I make my tumblers. This was my first. A lot of people liked that one, so this is the one that I'm going to do today. Before I ever bought any of my supplies, my printer, anything, I watched lots of tutorial videos. There were 3 that stood out to me the most, and I'm going to tag that in the comments and just give you all a little rundown of what I got out of them. I have the Epson 2720 Eco Tank. When you get your printer, it will come with ink already with it, but you do not put that in your printer whatsoever. What you're going to do is you're going to take these, empty them out in a little, a little bowl or something, whatever you want to put them in, throw it in the garbage, it doesn't matter, but empty these out, rinse them out, and let them dry on your drying mat on your countertop. After they're dry, you can just take the ink and put the sublimation ink in this. Most of the sublimation ink that you get is going to have these syringes with the needles. I didn't really like the idea of that. I have little bitty short hands and I have arthritis, so I was a little concerned about how I was going to do that. So this is so much easier. That video was posted by Fairy Tale Dreams. Like I said, I'll post that in the comments so y'all can see and watch that video, but it's very, very simple. You just use these. They have special notches that go down in your Eco Tank, and it's very simple. All right, the second thing, you want your heat tape, shrink wraps. If you don't have someone to help you that, have an extra set of hands, I just take and cut off a few pieces that are already ready for me. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you how I upload my images. So let me pause it and we'll get to that. Okay, so I've already purchased this, this file since I've already done it. What you're going to do after you purchase the image, you're going to go to your account, go to your purchases, scroll down to the one you're looking for, and click download. And it's going to come down here like a normal download, and you just save it. Okay. Okay, now that we've purchased our image, we're going to upload it to Inkscape, is the program that I use. First thing you're going to do is go to File, go down to Document Properties, make sure we're working in inches, 8.5 by 11. We're going to landscape it, and if you see it turned here, this is our work area. We're not going to work outside of this, just this box. Now we're going to go to File, Import, find our image. And make sure when you purchase an image or download an image, because these are the skinny tumblers, they're straight, we do want it to be straight, rectangular pictures, not tapered. So we're going to put our image in here, and we're going to go, what has worked for me is 9.4 by 8.1. We're going to make sure that's in that box good. And then we're going to go back to File and Print. Now it's already set up for my Epson. We're going to go to Preferences, and this is the second video that I watched. It was by QuickSPI. She gave a rundown on 4 different saved settings just for sublimation. They're already saved here. We're for normal images, mirrored that has words, not mirrored if you don't need it to be. Then people's faces needed to be mirrored, maybe it has words as well, and then not mirrored. So for this one, we're going to choose mirrored for a normal design. Everything is already set for us, and we're going to click OK, and then apply it, and then we'll send it to our printer. So, of course, this is going to take several minutes to print, so we're going to wait for that. Okay, while we're waiting on that, I'm going to show you one of the tricks that I saw in one of the videos. It was by Liberty Graphics Design. These are little paper pieces that you put on your ends when you're baking. The shrink wrap will come over this and it can melt to the inside of your cup, and you don't want that because I imagine it would be very difficult to come off. So he just drew, he measured the outside of the cup and he drew a little circle and then a bigger circle around it and cut out little notches. So I actually did this on my Cricut to make it a lot easier for me. So that's what I'll be using, 2 of those for each cup. I believe that I can save that on my Cricut to where I can send y'all a link if y'all want those as well. Okay, while we're waiting for this to finish printing, these are the tumblers that I get. They come boxed in these nice little boxes. I order from Tumbler Bulk. If you order, I think, $65 worth, you get free shipping. These are $8.30 each, I believe. They are bubble wrapped. There's a straw. Plastic lid. Now I've also taken the little end caps, little papers. I've got them off of the Cricut mat. I've also got my gloves, my heat gun, and as soon as that's done, we'll get started. Okay, our image is complete. Now we're going to cut it down to size. I use my cutter here. First thing I normally do is I'll cut off the top. Make sure we have no white showing. Then I'll cut off the bottom. Again, no white showing. And then we've got the 2 sides. I'll normally cut this one off first and then leave the other one a little bit to make sure that I am good on my size. Just cut a tiny bit off so that we have a little overlap, enough for our tape. Okay. Now we've got our image. And we are ready. All right, first thing we want to do, take the lid off of our cup, and we're going to lay it upside down with the top down. Make sure that our image is also upside down. We're going to go around and make sure. This is one of the tips that Liberty Graphic suggested, tapping. Okay, so my phone keeps stopping on me, y'all. I'm sorry. So you tap it down and it makes it completely even with the top. It's perfect. All right, first thing you're going to do, you've got the side that you cut off exact on the bottom, and then you've got the side that you have the little bit of overlap. It's going to be on top. So just like that. It's perfect with the top. You're going to try and pinch and pull it as tight as you possibly can. I'm going to get a piece of my tape that I've got over here. Put it on that side first, press it down, and pull as tight as you can. And go down a little farther, take another piece of tape, put it down, and pull as tight as you can. And then do that all the way down. Okay, now that we've got all the way down, I normally take another piece of heat tape, and I'm going to go along that seam and pull it as tight as possible. And then cut that off. And just fold it under. Okay, now that's on there pretty tight. And now what we're going to do to make sure the ends are on good and tight, we're just going to go around the top of your cup like so, pulling tight as you go around. I'm going to cut that off. We've got the tape all the way around, and then we're just going to tightly tuck it under. Then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Cut that off. And now we're going to tightly attach that as well. Now it looks pretty good. Okay. The trick that Liberty Graphics gave us with these, you're just going to put these on here, get a couple pieces of tape. It doesn't have to be on perfect, just on there in a couple spots. I tried masking tape. Someone suggested masking tape, but I didn't like that because it left a little bit of a residue on the paper, and it just made me nervous. I was scared it was going to mess up my design, so I decided not to do that. And again, the reason we're doing this is because when we put the shrink wrap on and it shrink wraps to the cup, it can melt, and that'll be a mess getting off of your cup. You don't want that. So see, it's not even on there really good, but it's on there. Then we're going to do another on the bottom. This one I'm going to put a couple more pieces on because it makes it a little difficult when you put the shrink wrap around it. You have to kind of fight with it. It's no big deal, but just add a couple more pieces. Okay, now it's ready to shrink wrap. So we've got our shrink wrap, and here comes the string. This is so convenient. This is just upholstery string thread from Walmart, you just cut off a long piece, you fold it over and tie you a little knot on each end, a little ring, like that. When you put your shrink wrap on, I'm going to fold it like this and crease it again. It helps it stay open a little more. We're going to put this string through the shrink wrap like that. And then we're going to, which side do I have here? Okay, we're going to put it on your cup. So you've got the string coming out the top, it's coming out the bottom. Turn your cup over. This is what I was talking about that kind of makes it a little difficult. You've got to go around those little notches. It's not a big deal, but just more tape would help it hold down better. You don't have to do this. Okay, so I've got the shrink wrap over everything. We've got our string right here and right here. All right. Okay, now our string is in here. Now it's time to shrink wrap. Get it pretty even on the cup. Okay. Now this is going to be a little loud. Now, if we didn't have those papers, then our shrink wrap would stick to our cup, and when you bake it in the oven, it could melt to it. Okay, so we've got that on there. Pretty good. Again, our string is coming out of each side. You can see it a little bit. Okay, now it's time to turn our oven on. Okay, I've got the Oster. It's the $45 one from Walmart. Has the temperature, bake, and the time. I took a silicone mat that I purchased at Walmart. Here's half. Here's the other half. I just cut it in half. One half I put in here, long ways. And the other half, I will use this when I'm done as a cooling mat for my cup. So now we will turn it on. It's already set to 400. It's already set to bake. Turn it to 20, and we'll let it preheat. Also, this is another baking mat, just a cheap one on Amazon. I just have it under here so that it doesn't get my table hot. Okay, so I think we're ready. I don't have a thermometer right now. I will suggest that because I have heard that the turbo in this runs a little hot. So I'm going to be getting one of those tomorrow. But now we're ready. We're just going to stick it in the oven. Okay, we're going to stick it in the oven. Sorry, y'all. I have a fire alarm right above my head. And every time I do this, it will go off. So we got it in there. We're going to do 3 minutes each side. And then flip it for 3 more. Okay, now it's time to flip. I'll put my glove on. And we'll do 3 more minutes. Okay, so our 6 minutes total is up. We're going to turn this off. We're going to take out our cup. See how it melts a little bit to the silicone. That's why I have it on here, because if it would melt to the metal rack, that would probably be very frustrating. So we've got that turned off. Now we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. Okay, it's cooled enough to where I can handle it now. And this is where the string comes in. It makes it so much easier. You just take the string and pull it. And it helps to take the shrink wrap off. The first one I didn't have that, and I fought with it for about 15 minutes. So I really like that idea. Taking the tape off. Take all of our tape off. And there we go. See, there's our seam. Looks pretty good. It's perfect at the top, all the way around. Looks good at the bottom. And we're done. Thank you guys for watching. This is my very first video, so I know my quality is not that well, but I just wanted to show you guys everything that I have learned to try and help you guys out. Y'all have a good day.